That's noisy. Let's see what this is like. Ready? Let's go. Let's see, because I want to be able to talk just how I normally talk. Because I don't talk super loud when I'm driving. Obviously, it's just me with myself and my thoughts and my intuition. But I mean, I'm not hands-free, hands on the steering wheel. Oh shit! That's probably loud, but this is my current reality. This is the sound of rolling. I'm curious how this sound is on the thing. Since I have my mic on, that's probably picking up every second thing. Did you got your degree? You know your fucking thing. Actually pretty outside. Well, now, hopefully it's still recording. Thank God for neuromints. Thank God for neuromints. Because, holy child, I was out of there. So ever since I've been stretching before I go to bed, been knocked the fuck out. I just don't even have a recollection of anything that happened. I'm not remembering no dreams. I'm not remembering nothing. Not until, I'm out of there. I wonder how loud this truck is. But I wonder if it's only loud because I'm focusing on it being loud. Or I'm just noticing it being loud now. My awareness is on the the loudness of the truck. So I don't know. I guess let's focus our awareness somewhere else. Women. I just love women. I mean, obviously, I am a woman, so there's always a bias isn't the right word. It's more of like the care, the concern, the compassion is there because I am a woman. Like, duh. I'm not rattling. Now I'm hearing all these noises and shit. The change. It's rattling, making noise and shit. Like, don't y'all know I'm trying to do a fucking sound check? Mic 212. Mic check 1212. Hey, mic check 1212. More noises. Shit. Alright. Close this. So my daughter don't come in. Do a cameo in my video and then fucking Tutor wants to give me a fucking violation over some bullshit. Oh, I can't stand this shit. Makes me want to delete the whole fucking app. But which is why I'm just going to YouTube and I can talk about whatever the flip I want to talk about and just let it all hang out and not care what it looks like, what it sounds like. I mean, obviously I care, but not in like oh my gosh, it's gotta be so perfect before no. Fuck perfection, bitch. I am perfection. Ooh, let's use the light. Let's see what this is. Ooh, that's bright as fuck. Shit. Okay. Down. Oh, hell no. That ain't gonna work. Let's see. What does this look like? Does this look weird? Because you can probably see the light, huh? Probably. Oh well, it's daytime. It's sunny daytime. Like I said, I thought I had not really, I knew I didn't have a fear of being seen because I don't edit my videos. I just press record and I press post. The most I might edit is I used to put like captions on my videos, and now like I don't even do that. Like I don't care. Like watch it on mute, watch it without the sound, speed it up. Just normally just in real life, I just talk really fast, and my brain is just going. But in being more mindful and intentional and focused awareness, and because I don't press record, I don't get on Beyonce's internet unless I have something to say, and so I'm very like intentional with what I'm saying. Not intentional to the point to where like I'm being, you know, inauthentic or like, oh, I'm trying to like remember a script or some bullshit. Like, no, I'm normally when I'm getting on and I'm following the intuition to press record and to start yapping about something, it's just like everything else. Like I got like an intuitive nudge to do it, and in there it feels like there's a message, a message to be sent, to be given, even if that message is just to myself of, hey, like a tap on the shoulder, like, hey, I need you to start, practicing being comfortable with, pressing record and sharing yourself. I've been isolated and cocooned, in this truck for like what, 10 years? What's this year? 2000, yeah, 10 years. I mean, with a break in there, so like almost 2 years, but still. But yeah, I don't know. I know it's like, you're really creative, but it's also like, I don't know what I'm creative in. It's like, or like, you would love to express your creativity in one certain way, but because of circumstances, it feels like you're limited to, this other way. That's how I feel, like, or how I felt, I should say. But in just having this bumpy road, having this unwavering desire, or just not, it's almost not even a desire, it's more of like a calling, a knowing. Like I just know that meant for greatness is not exactly what I want to say, but it's almost like there's not really words for it. So like the best way that I can even articulate that feeling is, I know that I'm destined for greatness type shit, but then it's like, for like that feeling of, that there's, bigger and better waiting for you, but your circumstances are like, yeah, what the fuck you thought? But now like I understand like why I've been in the circumstances that I've been in. I understand the protection that it's given. I've understood what felt like and what looks like on the outside is isolation, is the solitude, and is like I said, it feels like I'm I guess reframed it. That's the word I was looking for. Reframed it in the way of like, um, like I said, being held, being cocooned. I don't know. That's the best like analogy, I guess you could say. It's probably funny as fuck. Um, but just being able to, because when I'm driving, like this is when I get like the majority, like 95%, if not 99% of all of my like intuitive nudges or spiritual downloads or whatever you want to call them. Like this is when I get them. When I'm up here, I'm by myself, I'm just driving, whether I'm listening to music or not. If I ever feel any kind of like off, I'll obviously like turn on music, and that's why I have my playlist organized. I don't always just go directly to that playlist. I'm making so many fucking playlists for different moods and different feelings and different vibes. Because like I have my what do I call it? God Wake Up playlist. And like the first, I organized the first like I think it's like 5 or 6 songs, just to like start the day. Like no matter what, like those 5 songs in that order. It's like they tune my frequency. So you got I Am Light, and then To Love and Be Loved. To Love and Be Loved was first, and then when I heard I Am Light, I'm just like, fuck yeah, that's got to be the first one. But then also the energy of all the songs they build. So it's I Am Light, To Love and Be Loved, and I'll put that motherfucker on repeat. That is my fucking anthem. It felt like when I first heard it, it came at a time where I was like really not questioning, but it was in one of those ebbs, like how life is just ebbing and flowing. You got highs, you got lows. That song just came to me, and I think it was on like a special like day or something. I don't remember. I just remember it being like a like an important day. I remember it being important in the sense of like numerology. Like I don't think anything like miraculous happened that day, other than it was an ebb day. I think I started out the day not feeling that great, and then I just remember like surrendering and like calling out to like my higher self, spirit guides. I was just like, I need help, I need clarity, I need guidance, I need like everybody says I can just call out to you and reach out to you like, well, bitch, a bitch needs some love. And I just remember just being like, all right, let me just go listen to some music. I'm feeling the feelings. I don't feel like I'm suppressing them, but I want to feel better. So it's like that, making that decision like, okay, like I want to feel better. Music always, which is why I have the songs like categorized, from the sad song to sad songs with a pop, level 2 to just feeling grooving music, level 3 to okay, I'm lifting up, level 4, and then 5, like I'm the baddest bitch, I'm on top of the world, level 5. And so I think that day I was about to start out at like a level, probably like a level 2 or something, and just I remember what happened. So because I know like my higher self speaks to me through music, it was so funny, just the sequence of everything. It was either the day before or earlier. I think it was like that shift before. So like the end of my shift, like that previous shift, and I went to sleep, and then I woke up and I wasn't feeling great, and then so whatever. So Moulin Rouge is, when I started having like favorite movies, Moulin Rouge was my favorite movie, like my first favorite movie. and would watch it, all the time, sing all the songs, and then obviously once YouTube started looking for, and this is, obviously forever ago, when YouTube started, looking for um, looking for the songs, on YouTube, and then obviously, streaming services, Spotify came around, and you know how like if you love a song from a movie, it doesn't like you can't always find the movie version. Like, they'll re-record it in the studio, and they may do like a run different, but like my brain is programmed for the run they did in the movie. Like, no, bitch, I want to hear that version. And so there's the song at the end, "Come What May." Is my favorite song in the movie, and so I remember. So every now and then I'll have like nostalgia uh, playlists or whatever that I'll go and find songs that are like oldies, and old being like fucking 15 years ago, that I can't find on, or I can't find specific versions of those songs on like Spotify or whatever. So I'll go to YouTube, the whole playlist. And so "Come What May" is one of those songs, and it starts off, it's because it's the scene from the movie, I hear it exactly how I want to. And so it starts off with one of the characters, Toulouse. He falls from, or he's falling, like he's hanging in like the banisters or something like that, because he's like, oh shit, I forgot my line. And he remembered it as main character Christian was walking away. Celine is like standing there, and they're playing out the scene, but this is real life, because he thought that she was cheating on him with the Duke and all this other stupid shit. So anyways, so Toulouse remembers his line right as Christian like was about to like walk away or whatever, and his line was, "The greatest thing you'll ever learn is to love and be loved in return." And so that in and of itself didn't really stand out to me, because like I said, I've known this song, I've watched this movie, I know that's what he says. It's been a part of my the in the filing cabinet of my brain. It's been there for probably fucking 20 years almost. Or whatever, 15 years. And so that in and of itself didn't stand out. And obviously the song came on, sang the song, great. So fast forward to now, it's the next day, and for whatever reason, inner turmoil, whatever the fuck, like I said, just natural ebbs and flows in life. And then I wake up, and like I said, having that feeling like, okay, feeling the feelings, not feeling that great, but I get to choose my frequency, my state of being. I get to choose how I want to feel. Right now, I just want to feel even just a little bit better. Even just, I don't want to sit in this and let it spiral or anything like that. So let's just turn on some music. Let's start at a 2 and let's work our way up, and we'll be fine. And so I open up Spotify, and you know how on Spotify it'll and they're actually getting really fucking good. AI at work, but on Spotify they'll have like suggested songs and stuff. And sometimes, like if something like stands out to me, or if I either know the artist, sorry, or whether I know the artist, I don't know, whatever. Sometimes I'll listen to the new songs that they suggest. Sometimes I don't, because I'm very much a creature of habit when it comes to songs. I'll be sucking the fuck out that dopamine. Just give me the dopamine. I will listen to a song over and over and over and over and over. And like if it's really good, that bitch gets added to the rotation, and that bitch gets put on repeat. So, anyways, it was so funny. I opened it, like I said, made the decision, wanted to start feeling good. Opened up Spotify, and first thing I see is the new song, and it literally, the literal name of the song is "To Love and Be Loved," and it was one of those moments where it was like it was like a literal gasp. It was, and just a full body, yes, a full body, "This is for you." Like and that's not even really fully explaining magnitude is the word that's coming out, but like that still doesn't explain like the full everything. And so I was like, and because I think it came up as a pop up, and I'm so used to just like dismissing the pop ups, but like my my brain like saw it before I like consciously processed it, and I was like, hold on, did that just say to love and be loved? Like I felt the feeling, but uh, I felt the feeling, but I I didn't consciously like process it in that second, and I was like, hold up. And it was because it was a new song that they were suggesting. It was even though I had cleared off the little pop up notification, it was still right there, and it said, it said "To Love and Be Loved" by an artist I'd never heard of. Her first name was Annie. I think her last name starts with an L. I don't remember. Um, and I was like, well, of course, like it's a no brainer. Of course, I'm gonna listen to it and see what it sounds like. And from the very first fucking chord, I just started bawling. It felt like the biggest, like, energetic hug, and just, I'm getting emotional talking about it. It felt like just like a hug. I felt held. I felt, you know how they say like you can tap into feelings that you felt before, like the past or whatever. Like that's what this feels like right now. Even just talking about it and going back to that moment. I remember where I was. I mean, obviously I was driving, but I'd never consciously felt that love, that held, um, that just heard. Because remember, I had just like, put out this call, this plea, like to my higher self, to the universe, to spirit guides or whatever. Like, I need your help. I need like a bitch. I think that for me, I feel like I'm accurate in saying this. I feel like the last words before I decided to turn on the music was "a bitch needs some love." Like verbatim, I feel like that's what I said, and it was literally like, "Here you go, bitch." And I think that was the other reason, like it's the even just the title of the song stood out to me so much, because I see with my physical eyes "To Love and Be Loved." I hear Toulouse from Moulin Rouge screaming, "The greatest thing you'll ever learn is to love and be loved in return." And I literally had just said, "I just need some love," and it felt like the universe was just like, "Hey, like I'm here," and I physically, like energetically, but like physically felt hugged, and like my shoulders relaxed, my heart relaxed, and like the first time I listened to the song, I don't even think I was paying attention to I was paying attention to the words, but I don't even think I could hear the words, because I was just like internally and externally like fucking sobbing, and just like I don't know. It was just, it's like when you're just holding everything together and then somebody asks you, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Oh no!" Like it was just this, oh, like, and so I listened. I immediately put it on repeat, and then it came on again, and so the second time I was like listening to the words, and then listening to every single word, it was just like, oh my god, they really are talking to me. And then like it just felt like almost like a love letter from like my higher self to myself. It felt like when they talk about like self-love, that is like that's what that feels like. And so listening to it a third time and just really feeling the energy of it, and it just, I don't know, I think I ended up listening to it a total of like 8 times, I think, just in a row, like off rip. And by like the, I think like fifth time, like I think my subconscious like had gotten the words together. I don't even think I read the lyrics for it. I just absorbed like the words for it. And so by the seventh time I was like singing it. By the eighth time I was able to, I was just, you know, singing it from beginning to end or whatever, just learning the words that quickly. But like really like almost like embodied the words. And I don't know, that's just been my shit. So like at the end of this year, Spotify Wrapped, which is one of my favorite things they do, and they tell you like how many how many times you listen to a song. I know for a fact that motherfucker's gonna be at the top of the list. Um, yeah, because I listen to it every day, and like, and if any song is gonna go on repeat, and that is also how I guess you would say like reprogrammed my default, like I don't know if you would say like self talk, but like, you know, like for me, I would be either trying to focus on something or like trying to think about like a certain thing, and then like either random songs, random movie quotes, random like fucking pieces of bullshit like would pop up in my brain, and like fucking stop. And but also like not wanting to, you know, resist it or fight against it or whatever, like trying to just let it flow out, or like a song with, or like a piece of song lyrics or something would get in my head that might not be the most positive, or it just might not be what I want to focus on. And so, To Love and Be Loved has because I obviously know all the words, because I embodied the song, because it holds such a special place in my heart. Um, it's easy, and it's almost like, instead of when if I have one of those moments and my thoughts are getting hijacked or my focus is getting hijacked, instead of like resisting it, I'll just immediately I'll just start singing the song in my head, and then I'll just keep singing the song on repeat. It'll trigger. It's almost like, well, why is Pavlov's dog coming up? I don't know. I guess maybe because I've listened to it so many times, and because it subconsciously relaxes me. Like I don't really have to focus on my breath, but it gives space in between other thoughts, because when I'm singing the song, whether like out loud and like physically listening to the song with my physical ears, or just internally listening and singing the song, either way, it's like a trigger, like a I don't fucking know what to call it. It's like a trigger. It starts to like, without me consciously like, okay, let's relax, let's breathe, let's, you know, breathe into, you know, like, I don't have to do that. I don't have to think about my breath. I don't have to think about anything. Like it just starts to like calm my body down, and then it gives space for presence and awareness, and you know, then because I naturally start breathing in through my nose, you know, out through my nose, and I can more consciously start breathing in, you know, deeper, longer, slower, which further relaxes. And I think in doing that has really helped. I don't know, just in the more I understand about like our nervous systems, and like why our sympathetic nervous system is always just turned the fuck on. It's always just really really tight, and like it never gives our parasympathetic time to click on. Like the more I'm understanding that, the more I'm like, okay, yeah, do it. And the more I do it, the more, when I say do it, the more I consciously am aware of my thoughts, to where like, okay, I click in, and um, and I guess you say like pattern interrupt, or and do it in like a loving way. I'm not like, oh, I'm so fucking sick of these thoughts. Like the thoughts are what they are. Like just being able to be like from that neutral place, to where you're not judging anything, and anything includes yourself. Like there is no judgment of, you know, the thought that I just had, because it's not even mine, and it's not me, and even if it is myself here, like it's just a fucking thought. Like, so nobody else knows what it is. But like being able to be more conscious and shit, it gives more. What am I trying to say? I think it's like the more times I'm able to consciously pattern interrupt. And for me, it's because music is such like a big part of my life, and has helped me heal like the unimaginable, or heal from the unimaginable. Um, the more I consciously do it, the more it's starting to become unconscious, if that makes sense. It's like the more I consciously notice, the misalignment in focus, or the, what am I trying to say? Like, when I notice my focus has, veered off of the present moment, or veered off of what I want to consciously focus on, and I go and instead of like fighting my way to get back to whatever I was just thinking about, or whatever I like wanted to intentionally focus on, I just go into the song. And it's like in a loving way to just um, just refocus on. And if I need to tap into a feeling, or if I want to, kind of like reset my frequency or my state of being, that song also works for that, because that song is associated with so much, with that feeling of unconditional love and unconditional, you know, acceptance and joy, and just a really like energetic but also like physical, visceral feeling of being loved and accepted and held, and just accepted for who you are, and not having any conditions on, having to be a certain way, having to look a certain way, having to talk a certain way, having to eat a certain way, having to do anything, and just being like that was the feeling of being just pure love and awareness. And for me, that song, anytime I start talking about that song, I start to get emotional. But um, uh, that song's starting to play in my head right now. but yeah. So like I said, like right now, it just comes up, and I just feel start to feel more at peace, more neutral. I'm able to come back to center, and I don't know, start to feel better. And so in doing that, so many more downloads, nudges, all the things have just been coming, and just boom and boom and boom and boom and boom, and it just felt like spiraling up. It was almost like going up a mountain, almost. No, not really. It's kind of like, I don't know what to compare it to. It's almost like going up a mountain, but like it's slightly like slanted or something, to where like, as if I'm starting down here in a valley, and then, or I'm just gonna say high and low. Fuck. So if I'm starting low, and then I'm up higher, and then I'm coming back. Like if this side is low, if this side is high. So I'm starting low, and then I'm going high, but then I'm coming back. I'm feeling good, feeling great, getting downloads. Everything's great. I feel on top of the world, and then boom, and then it feels like okay, why am I experiencing like this low moment again? But it's not it's not a level 1 low moment, it's a level 2 low moment. Okay, so cool. So now I'm up to level 3. And so coming, that's the flow, that's everything, feels in alignment. Okay, great. And now, like, hold on, what is that? No, that's not a level 2, that's not a level 1, that's a level 3 low moment. Okay, all right, it's okay, that'll pass. And it just keeps like going up, and to where like, and every time I'm more conscious of like, okay, this is just an ebb. This is just, and also what it feels like when I'm in those high moments, it feels like, because there's so much flow, there's so much alignment, there's so much like intuition and like spiritual like clarity and everything, and like Abraham was saying, tapped in, tuned in, turned on, to where like my like conscious awareness, it feels like it jumps from like a level 1 to like a level 10, and then my physical body is like, bitch, hold on, it's too goddamn fast. And so like after a big burst of flow, I guess you could say, or like a big like, especially like major like downloads come in, and I start to like gain more clarity and get more things that I know like just didn't come from my conscious mind. And I just feel like so many puzzle pieces are clicking in, and doors are opening, and things are just happening. I like maybe like the next day, maybe next 2 days or something, I feel like it's almost like jet lag. It's almost like I flew so high, so fast, so quickly that my body's like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? And to where like I don't feel sick, but I feel and I'm just like, what is going on? And then in the beginning, like it would not confuse me, but it would be like, okay, how was I feeling so great, and all this shit just made so much sense, and everything was just, whatever, like, should not just be feeling better. But then because it's like every low moment is just, it's still from a higher perspective, and it's like once you know, you can't unknow, and I feel like once you feel, you can't unfeel. Like it makes it easier to feel into that moment and to go back um, to go back to, I guess you say, like that good feeling. Easy, like it makes it easier to go back to that, to remember like, oh, okay, that's just okay, hold on just a moment, something's coming in. I just passed the rest area where I did a meditation a few days ago. Oh shit, okay, hold on. Just past the tree where sat up under, did a great meditation, surrendered a bunch of shit. After that, I received a ton of fucking clarity. So I passed it, thanked the tree as I was passing. Truck just passed me on the opposite side going eastbound, had 2022 on there. 2022 is a significant year. It's the year my second son passed in utero. Right as I was seeing all of that, there was 444 on my dash. So I don't know. There's something coming in. And there's also 777, 722. It's I don't know. Oh, and just realized I just passed where, oh shit, I just passed, or I'm probably currently passing right now, this moment, the spot on the side of the road where we were stuck for hours, where as everything, as the clarity that I received after the meditation under that tree, that carried me throughout like those next few days, going to California and back. Then it was a moment I was processing all the stuff. I read a word, or I felt like this is my purpose. This is my focus. What I'm focusing on. Boom! Something happened. Pulled over to the side of the road. Like something broke on our trailer. Had to pull over to the side of the road. Was stuck on the side of the road for like 3 or 4 hours. But it was like, well, shit. Like now I can, get some, work done or whatever. Because normally I'm driving, I'm limited to what I can physically do, obviously safely or whatever. And so it was like, well, I guess, like, I was like, everything always happens exactly like, for my greatest good. Like, okay, all right, whatever. And so I, we handled the truck stuff. We have a mechanic on the way. It's still going to take several hours. And so, worked on some stuff, getting like priority set of what I want to, or it's almost not even what I want, it's what I feel like it's meant to come through me. And so discerning that, and like I said, asking for like the guidance and intuition to get to not only to just be of service, but be of service in the way that the world needs, not in the way that I think I need to be of service or what I think I need to do. So that whole thing. And so I got the intuitive nudge to just, it doesn't have to be perfect, just at least, get your setup right. Like maybe like record a video, do like a little test run or something, see what the lighting is like, see what the audio is like, and just whatever, just record something. You're not gonna post it, so just whatever. And so that turned into me setting up. I'm trying to see camera angles, kind of like I did this morning, but just setting up the camera angles. We were on like a slope, so everything kept fucking falling and whatever. And so I don't know, I guess kind of sort of how I started today, because I don't know if I'm gonna post this video. I mean, I guess if I get the nudge to post it, I'll just say fuck it and post it. I'm sure it's long as shit right now. So if I can, I will. Because for me, every time I press record, and then I have that question of like, hey, it's almost like, are you sure you're not afraid of being seen? And I'm like, fuck no, I'm not afraid of being seen. Like, the fuck? What's anybody? I don't care if these bitches don't like me, cause like, I'm pretty as fuck. So, and yes, that song is on my list. What else I have? Oh. But yeah, so the clarity that I got from the meditation from under the tree is processing. Just passed. I didn't even realize that was the same exit. That makes so much sense. I didn't realize that was the same exit that I was stopped at yesterday and stuck on the side of the, I say stuck, but like sitting on the side of the road waiting for, the mechanic and the breakdown and all that kind of stuff, whatever. But, I was just following the nudges, was getting everything set up, getting camera angles and all that other shit set up. And I was just going to be testing like I said, like the audio, the visuals, the lighting, shit like that. And I just, like I did right now, just started talking. And not just talking like out of my ass, but just, because normally this conversation is just in my head, and I don't like talk to anybody else about it. For one, because the majority of the time I drive at night, and so anybody that I would talk to, which is really only my best friend, everybody sleep. So like there is nobody to talk to about it. I gotta be myself, and so yeah, I just started, and also I kind of felt like I don't know. I didn't start that test run video with the intention of, I'm going to show behind the scenes of, no. Excuse me. It was genuinely like, just let me see how it sounds. Let me see, not necessarily what I look like, but, the angle. Can you see my face? Can you whatever? And I was like, it's not that I don't care about how I look. It's just that I've gotten to this place of such like radical self-love, self-acceptance more than anything, and it took a lot to fucking get here. But from, like I said, the clarity that I got after that meditation, in that meditation there was no expectations of anything. I just, I'm damn near 24/7 in this truck, and I'm just like, I want to ground so bad. I want to touch my feet in the grass, even though I'm like, I'll touch my feet in the grass while standing on a towel. Because like I'm out here in the fucking desert and these rocks and these ants and these, I'm like, thank you nature, but I'm an inside person. So, and I was like, well, it's cotton, so I can still ground while standing on the towel. But anyways, but I was like, I want to touch the earth. And so just, like I said, no expectations. And then all of that clarity, came flooding in right after. And just that leading me to, and not really leading me, but it helped clarify, or it helped like hone in like my focus on, or it gave me like clarity on where I should be focusing. I think that's a better way of saying that, because there's so many ideas, there's so much that's been unfolding, and so much that's been like, I don't know, it feels like it's just been given to me, like this thought, this purpose, the direction. But then also, the more I learn about like pre-birth decisions and all of that, like it just all just makes so much sense. And like the fact that I have so much like passion and conviction for not only just helping women, but helping just, I don't know, because it's evolved into, because like my personal experience with like reproductive health has been centered around like my 3 C-sections, my 2 stillbirths, my perfect healthy birth, in the middle of both of those, and just, I don't know, like, so like I've experienced, painful periods, and things in irregular periods. Like I still like have irregular periods now, but right now I'm on Kylena, and so it's helped. Like it's definitely way better than the Nexplanon. The Nexplanon, I thought I was gonna look. I was gonna be Audi 5000 on that fucking Nexplanon. That shit was fucking. I thought that was my only option, because I had Mirena when I was younger, and that shit was so fucking painful. And I was like, ooh, and I swore like I would never do another IUD. But that was also before I had ever, had a baby or anything like that. And I think because my uterus, by the time I got Carlina, that was my that was after my third pregnancy. Granted, my third only went to 21 weeks, but still, my uterus had stretched out enough to where I feel like getting that IUD was it maybe there was more space, I think, because my uterus had been stretched a few times, to where there was no pain, and there's still no pain, no nothing. And then my period like just slowed. It didn't stop, and then obviously, reading the side effects, like it is common for it to slow down or stop and things like that. And I'm like, well, but now I've been on the journey of, being more in touch with my body and more in touch with my womb. And it's like, how am I going to be in touch with my womb if I don't have a fucking period? And so just understanding like my own body, and like how to, sync back up with her. Like, and because I drive at night a lot, like me and the moon that's my bitch. I love her so much, and I know that she loves me. But also, like, everything is me, and I am everything. So that's just more love. For me, from me, as me, to me. But yeah, just, I don't know, I guess you say like coming back home to myself and talking to, when I say like talking to myself, I mean like talking to like my physical body. So like everything, so it makes me think about Pocahontas. When I was gonna say what she says, but in the song, I think it's Colors of the Wind, where she says, but I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. And so, and it was funny because listening to that song, this is like months ago, listening to that song is what like reminded me, or I think reminded is probably the best descriptive word, only because I feel like this knowledge, or this what's it called? This knowing is within all of us. And then like intuitively, like I came upon the book, and I still probably need to read that book. I think it's called like The Secret Life of Trees or something. I downloaded it on Audible. I just forgot to read it. there's so much shit going on in my brain. But yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, women. Women coming back home to ourselves, and oh, okay. So yeah, I know what I was talking about. So my personal experience had been, uh, for me, I like okay. Hold on. I was one of like I've until recently, I was one of those people that it would piss me the fuck off. Like I never expressed like to my mom how much this pissed me off, but like I was, she would always say, and my mom in particular, but also like people throughout my life would say, "Oh, you're so smart. Oh, you're so talented." And I would, as I got older, I would literally say like, "Okay, in what? Like, how? What?" But then like, and so it's not that I didn't believe them when I was younger. I didn't believe shit. I was like, nah, you're just saying that because you're my mom or you're my, whatever. You just have to say that because the way that I would not gaslight myself, but I would be like, well, if I'm so fucking talented and so great and so whatever, fucking tell me then, since you got your degree, you know every fucking thing. Um, tell me, what it is, and because she would never tell me what it is, I'm like, you're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. You're bluffing. You're just saying some shit just so what? So I can like realize my highest potential or some bullshit. Like I don't even think she thought that deep into it. But so for like the majority of my life, like I don't know, it was always like I don't know what I'm good at, or I don't know what my purpose is. Like I don't know what I'm meant to do. And in 2016, hold on, something's coming. I recently heard something about 2016. What else happened in 2016? Something happened in 2016. Something unrelated to what I'm about to say. I don't know. If it's meant to come up, it'll come out. But 2016 was like the initiation or like catalyst to like of like my great awakening type shit.